G'day, this is Karl Stefanovic for Hargrave Lane, the place where music happens. Off the back of winning X Factor in the UK 2 years ago, he released his infectious track, Impossible. Impossible was the fastest selling single in the UK that year, and in Australia went to number 2 on the ARIA charts and sold 4 times platinum. Then came another smash hit, You're Nobody Until Somebody Loves You.
You're nobody till somebody loves you. It's hard times when nobody wants you.
His self-titled debut album was released, and another 2 singles, Recovery and his latest single, Get Down.
But we don't get down. Oh, no, we don't get down. Oh.
James, thanks for joining us.
Bro.
Oh, that
doesn't go. That was awkward.
We'll try that again.
Yeah,
Here we go.
that's
Nice to see you, man.
Nice to see you, brother.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
It's been a happy hunting ground for you, Australia, so far, hasn't it?
It has. It's been pleasantly surprising the way I've been received over here. You know, a lot of the Australian public have been so sweet towards me.
What do you think that is?
I think maybe they appreciate somebody from a humble background trying to make honest music. You know, I think that there's a great music culture here. Whenever I check out the ARIA charts, you know, the Australian charts, I always see a really credible top 10. You know, like a top 10 that has songs that I would have on my iPod, and I would consider real musos would have on their iPods.
An authenticity about it.
Yeah, definitely.
When you're talking about authenticity and you're talking about the working class, it doesn't get much more working class than your upbringing.
It's definitely stood me in good stead and prepared me for you know, the adversities within the music industry, because it is a battle at times, you know, to not compromise yourself and to remain the artist that you've always wanted to be.
And when did you first realise that music was a way that you could feel at home inside when you, outside of music, weren't really feeling at home?
Probably Michael Jackson. It's probably when I heard Michael Jackson. I know that sounds...
What song was it?
Crazy. I think it was probably like The Way You Make Me Feel.
Can you sing it?
No, I couldn't follow Michael Jackson. I thought he was an amazing artist.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you remember when you first picked up an instrument, when you first thought, this is something I want to make a go of?
Nirvana were another reason why I got into music, and the first thing I learned on a guitar was Smells Like Teen Spirit. I remember just doing my mum's head in with that all day long. Because for me, there's two roads. There's either, you know, be a bad person, or, you know, pick up a guitar or sing or try and do something creative.
In terms of that transition you made, you talked about those early influences, but you were in a couple of bands, and there was a bit of experimental stuff going on
there was,
and you were really seeking out which direction you were going to go in, right?
Yeah. You know, I'm a big hip hop, soul, R&B fan, but I'm also a huge rock fan. And, you know, heavy drop D, bottom heavy.
Really, that's quite the transition from that moshy stuff into moshing into the X Factor.
That's true. That's true. No, you're right.
Was that a big decision for you to make?
It was really, and not because I had anything against the X Factor or you know, I see how X Factor changed people's lives, and that interested me. I wanted to change my life. But I definitely didn't think I would fit the criteria of an X Factor winner or even an X Factor contestant, full stop.
And that audition that you did, which was unbelievable. Were you nervous before that?
Yeah, beyond nervous. And you know, there was a couple of added pressures of having all my family there as well. You know, my family have not necessarily been the most functional in the past, and for them to all come together to support me was probably another reason why I did so well.
But added pressure. Mum and Dad had been split apart since you were one.
For like a good 20 years or something. And do you know what? It was a crazy day, man. It was a crazy day.
I can't imagine that, you know, after all that, and then, you know, you're performing this high pressure show, this high pressure song by yourself.
Yeah. It was mental, and on that day when I auditioned, I was just hoping maybe there's a dude in the crowd who might give me a little record deal or something. It was like, okay, this is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want a job. I want a job in music, and you know, it went so much further than that.
After you finished that performance, I reckon at the end of that, you turn around. There's a moment where I think you put your hands to your head, and you just the relief
Oh yeah, I mean, I think I was probably just tense from head to toe, like, the whole thing. And then when I saw the judges standing up, because it was a blur, I mean, you know, a blur the whole performance. And then when I saw the judges standing up, I was like, this is good. This is a good thing.
So there'll be kids out there might be looking at you going, oh, well, you know, there's corporations looking after him now, and there's PR people looking after him, and to an extent they might be right. But at the end of the day, you still control what you put out and the thoughts you put out.
Absolutely, no one can make me do anything, you know, nobody. It's really not how people think it is, you know. These people at my record label and people, you know, that are part of Psycho and Sony, they're real people, you know. All they want is the best for their artists. I think all they ask is for you to know yourself.
In terms of interpreting songs, will you keep doing that if the song is right?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you know, like I said earlier, you really have to trust in your heart, I think, as cliche as that sounds. And if you get that, you know, if you get that sense of, wow, I believe this, like other people will believe it, then follow that, I reckon.
And I mean, how exciting is it for you now? The second single we've just heard, which is brilliant as well.
Oh, thank you.
And it's a little bit different. You'll be mixing it up a bit, won't you?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to pigeonhole myself on this first album, you know, because I want to kind of nod to a few things and make people wonder what the second album will be like. Because this is just an introduction, you know. This is just saying, hi, I'm James Arthur, this is what I do. I do a lot of different things. I'm versatile, and I make honest music. I'm hoping that with the fact that there's a few nods to different elements of my inspirations, that people will go, oh, I'd love to hear that for the next record, and see what people are saying, and then maybe follow that and give my, you know, my supporters what they want.
Testing the waters a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Are you nervous about how it'll be received?
Of course, yeah. I mean, this is a body of work that I've grafted very hard on, and spent a lot of months doing and putting a lot of thought into it. You know, I'm pretty brain dead now after all the thought that I've put into it. So, yeah, it'd be gutting if everyone hated it. Definitely, yeah.
I don't think they are. I want to thank you for being with us today. I appreciate you being with us.
My pleasure.
I know it's not going to be the last time we see you.
I hope not.
It's a great album, and we wish you all the very best. You've come an awful long way.
Thank you, sir.
And there's a long way for you to go. So thanks for being with us.
Bless you, sir.
Let's do that one.
Yeah, which way are we going?
Oh, man.
It's awkward. Do you want one of them?
Yeah, that's much better. That's easier.
I remember I normally do this, like someone goes there and
Oh, I got that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
That works.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks very much for being with us.
I know, thanks,
really appreciate it.
Awesome.
James's self-titled album is out now, and it's good. For more details on James Arthur and the latest music news, head to hargravelane.com.